Good afternoon to all of our teachers that are currently sitting in your CPD groups. It's our final week of the term, and this is actually our final time that you come together as your CPD groups until after Ramadan. So we've got a couple of weeks holiday, we've got 3 weeks of Ramadan, and then our groups will start to come back together. Firstly, thank you to everyone for everything that you have done to really launch HPL, especially looking at hard working and meta thinking. Today's session is the last session that we're going to be exploring that further. However, what that doesn't mean is that it stops focusing on those two. We really want to encourage that departments, year groups, the group that you're sitting in right now, you continue to explore those two VAAs and ACPs and what that means for your class, for your students, so that the children can develop those skills moving forward. Now, even though we're not focusing on them further because we're going to be moving on to other ones, we really encourage you to continue on that journey with getting the children to explore it further. So there's a few things I do want to share in terms of what the expectations are for everyone across our entire academy. And that is that HPL firstly should now be visible in our learning environments. In your classrooms, around the corridors, we should be making reference to HPL, especially hardworking and meta thinking, because that's what we're being focused on. There should be opportunities for students to develop these skills in every lesson, and where possible explicitly reference to the ACP or VAA that they are working on. Now, we want our children to be hardworking all the time. We want our children to be thinking all the time. So in terms of it being present in every lesson, of course it should be. But if we can be explicit with the children when possible, then they're going to make those connections as to the skills that they are developing. And to support with that, the iconography that goes around with HPL and the two that we've been focusing on, having them on slides, referring to it in posters that are in the classrooms, on worksheets or OneNote sheets, have it there so that children can really make those connections with the different skills that they are developing. And finally, and this is the big one, this is the big cultural shift that we're having with the school, and that is around the labelling of students, when historically you may have said your lower ability children or middle ability children, your highers, any of that phrases. We've really got to start shifting into the mindset of that every child has got that high performance potential. So really pitching it high, and how can you get every child to get to where the end of the expectations are. Now that is a journey that we're going to go on, but have that in the back of your mind as you're lesson planning, as you're working with your students, as to what can they actually achieve. And what we know that is high performance, which is why we're focusing on this as a school. Enjoy your session today. Like I said, there will not be another session until after Ramadan. If there's anything that you want to share in terms of HPL with Ellen, Jonathan or Kim or anyone from the senior leadership team, please do. It'll be exciting to see what stage everyone's at when we do come back together later on at the beginning of term 3. Okay, have a great session guys. Bye-bye.